And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Return's looking good so far. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He's on the move. Still on the move, throwing down the right sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Nearly an interception on that play, so it'll be 2nd down. To throw, Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. The drive begins with Henry. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
This is Henry on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Brought in right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now you don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
It's a gain of 4, and that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Jackson to throw it. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. So back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
On first down, it's Richardson. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens will take over with the football just outside the 30. Ball at the 33 for first down. Trying down the middle with Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This finds Likely. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes...
Big gain downfield. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. And it's no good. He missed the extra points. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Colts. From the red zone now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that. Going up into double coverage and making the play.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Colts make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Colts get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
He does it! Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens go up by 12. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. There's time to chide him about poor tackling later, Brock.
And I probably will.
And you probably will. Coach probably will give him an earful about it as well, but let's not let the missed tackle take away from an excellent effort he had on that run.
Yeah, it really was his effort to force that missed tackle, Kate. I think that's the key, and open the door for that touchdown. As soon as he slipped that stop, his mind was focused on one thing and one thing only, the end zone. You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way, and it leaves 2 points on the table.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication, everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. David Ojabo making that tackle. It's a gain of 4. They're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr. And that brings up 4th and long. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. He'll get 2 yards, and that brings up 2nd down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens working here. From the gun, Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone.
A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked off Zaire Franklin. And the Colts will take it back to their own 30 before they're stopped. And that is where they're going to take over after the interception. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
On target to Downs. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Here's 2nd and 2. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it.
Positive yardage is positive yardage, and he gets what he can before protecting himself and getting out of bounds. But it still leaves him a little bit short of the first and what looked like a broken play.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Throwing now, Richardson. Chased out to his right. Taylor makes the catch. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. Now Richardson on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They send a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. Forced out to his right. Finds a man, right side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
He gives to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Jackson looking to throw. He'll get this to Henry. It's inside the 10. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Ravens go up by 19. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. On the move, headed right. Now he'll heave this one deep down the right sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr., so now it's going to be 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he's going to run for it! And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts. Throwing from the gun here. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Back to throw, here's Richardson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Play action with Richardson. That's complete to Pittman. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They'll throw again, Richardson. Escapes out to the left. He's on the move. And they bring him down around the 34.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
They're going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Now it's a bootleg for him. Flush down out to his left. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's now the third sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Going from the pistol, Richardson. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Nate Wiggins has got it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Colts are stopped a little inside the 30.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
It's caught at the 4. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Looking for the back that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust. And trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Third and goal for Richardson. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Ravens will gain possession up beyond their own 20 after a nice return.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The Ravens with the lead, hoping to close out a playoff win. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Running once more with Henry. And there was no place to go. He blew that run up at the line. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Putting the tight end in motion. Jackson now on 3rd. Henry on the catch. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Still finding room past the 45. And he's finally brought down up to the 48. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I didn't know you was on the mic, bro.
They run. Here's Henry. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You fuck with CFB as well?
Another run for Henry.
CFB, college football?
Took the defender. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's got to be so
college football,
NCAA
25.
Go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
Yeah, I didn't get into it, but it's definitely a lot better than Dynasty mode.
Going with King Henry here. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
I need this achievement,
you
bro.
don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks.
Yeah, beat somebody on Online Dynasty.
You can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Yeah, Online Dynasty, you get an achievement for beating somebody.
It's Henry on the carry. And he's brought down for a loss.
No, this
shit right here. He was supposed to be the one
here.
who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now
How long
forced
y'all
to
been
pick
running? Is
himself
this the
from
first
behind
season?
the line, thanks to a great effort defensively.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Complete out to the right side. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Word. I'm
On
an
the
Azure, bro.
gun, Jackson.
On EA at least, because I'm on Xbox.
And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Complete to Mark Andrews.
Henry takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again.
Bro, I get beat on that. I get
Now
beat
Tucker on
on
to
that
handle the
route
kickoff.
all the fucking time, dude. And the first game we played, like, I was lagging so bad, I
Starting
couldn't
from
even
the
make a
5.
play on the ball, so I just kept, like,
Oh, he
fucking
shows a
up.
burst
Oh
on this
my God.
return. They haven't caught him yet. It's a
Shit.
Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts putting up points in a game decided. The advent of a new style of kickoff in 2024 created all sorts of new strategies to generate big returns.
We should play like
an
an even match game.
We see their own design executed to perfection to spring them for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen a rule change that has invigorated special teams coaches, head coaches, all the coaches, as much as this one did this offseason, each looking for their own wrinkle to try to throw in there and do what we just saw, break it the length of the field for 6 big points.
So in front of the flock of fans in the state.
Have you played any user games? Oh shit. Pa! Ah! Niggas got washed. Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? Niggas got cooked. I was lagging so bad on the first game. I was so, bro. We had to run it back. We had to run it back, bro. I got cooked. I was getting cooked, bro, by the lag. It was crazy. Hey. GG's, man. GG's, man. Good fucking game. The lag was crazy. But we did it.